Hello and welcome. So in this video, we'll be learning about REST API. That means we'll be hitting network requests, both post request and get request using this website called JSON placeholder. So just go to Google Chrome and just search JSON placeholder. Just press enter. You'll get the very first link over here, free fake REST API. So REST API is basically used to communicate with the database. So we'll be using this REST API over here to get the data. Alright, and with this concept, we'll also learn about React Router DOM. So before that, I just want to explain you what is React Router DOM, what is routing in general. So I'm on the website called unsplash.com where you can find free photos that you can use it on your website or anywhere. So right over here, as you guys can see over here, it says at unsplash.com. Now if I click blockchain, you guys can see this thing, the route is getting changed. So this is what the route of this particular page is. So for different pages, we have different routes. That is how it is. For 3D renders, we have these routes. For text and patterns, we have this route, and if I press explore, there will be one more other route. So the people who developed this website have created different routes on their website while creating the website. So that is how we are able to access this page. Alright, anyways, let's just move forward and let's dig into the REST API a little bit. So basically, there are like when I go to -post this website, I will get all of the users posts. So that is what I will be getting. So I'll get around 100 posts. If you guys can see, the user ID is 1 and this is 1. Now if I write -1, I should be getting only the very first guy's user ID post. Alright, so if I write 2, 3, I'll get the third one. Similarly, if I write only post, I'll get all of the values. So if you guys can see, this is something like this. So if we want to get a data from this, get all the data, then we need to write this part, this particular URL. Now if I want a particular ID, suppose if I want 6 over here, so I can just copy this up, write a hyphen and a 6. Yeah. So I'll get the 6th ID. So the idea that we will be following is that, we will show all of the posts in the very first page. And if I click one page, it would basically open up a new page using a route. And that route would be called as, something like this one, profile hyphen, something like profile 1, profile 2, profile 3, something like that. Okay, we will call it that, and then in that particular page we'll be able to see the post of that user. Okay, so if you guys can see here, there are like other other things over here as well. Suppose if you want to post into this particular data, suppose if I want to, there are like 100, right? So if I want to add something, there is also an option. So that comes under posts, and put means updating a particular post. Put or patch means the same. Deleting means deleting a post, deleting one value from there. So basically this is very easy. It's very easy to understand. Get will get all of the values. Get -post, /post will get all of the values. Suppose if you want to get one value, one post, then we need to write -post ID of that post. That is what we have to do. And the same goes for get post 1 comment. So if I want a comment over here, so let's check it out. Let's see what it gives. So it basically gives us the comment of the, okay, so basically it gives us all of the comments that a user has done on the post ID 1. So let's just leave it up. We'll just work on these post 1, and we'll just also get and patch some data. So you'll see what we'll be doing. So the very first thing that we need to do is, let me create 2 components. One component will hold the a single post. So I'm gonna write single post.js. I'm gonna write import React from React. Okay, cool. And after that, I'm gonna write a function single post. It's actually very easy. Return. This is a very interesting topic, guys, because with this thing you'll make yourself next level in React.js, and it is very simple. Trust me, people are like stressed about the React router DOM, but it is very easy. It is actually very easy. And this will be the post, and the second component would be would hold all of the posts, all posts.js. Yeah, import React from. I always miss it. From React function all. Okay, I'm gonna write export default function all post. I guess I forgot to do this thing for the previous component. No worries, I will just do this thing. Export default single post. Alright, that is what we will be doing over here. Cool. Now after doing this part, we would just populate in the data inside the app.js. So right over here, first things first, let me just import React router DOM, and it's very easy to import that. If you're on local environment, just write npm I React router DOM or React DOM. Okay, React DOM, and there is one more React router DOM. Okay, so these are like the new ones. The main one is the React router DOM. Okay, React router DOM is the main one. Alright, so now what we'll be doing is that we'll basically pass in the components over here. Single post. Okay, and this will be all posts. So now let me open up this thing in a new window. I'm gonna write single post all posts, just to show you how it works. I have an extension that is basically not giving up the permission to open up the application, but you won't have that. Okay, so yeah, single post and all posts. That means all of the components are loaded. Now we will just remove this. All right, and write a br tag over here. So now how can we do that? How can we make this particular single post available inside this route profile? Okay, and show all of the posts on the home route. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do over here is that I'm gonna create one more file, which is home.js, and I'm gonna quickly write the import React from React, and I'm gonna write export default function home. Okay, and I'm gonna write this is the home page. So the idea would be something like this. So if I'm on the home page means there is nothing on the route, just like this particular route on flash.gov, this route. So that page would be related to the home page. That means this is the home. This will basically show up, and then inside that I'm gonna give two buttons. Inside that I'm gonna show you two buttons. I'm gonna write all posts. Yeah, basically only one button that will basically have a all post button. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to import this part. All right, it's over here. I don't know what's wrong. Home is not defined. Yeah, we need to import home. Home from home. Yeah, there you go. So we are having this button and we are basically able to do all of the stuff that we need. Okay, so now what we will do, we will basically now import the, but before that, in order to implement the routing inside our website, so we need to go to index.js. Okay, and inside the index.js we need to import browser router. You know what, I'm just gonna let browser router. So as you can see, as soon as I write browser router, it will automatically import this up. All right, just write this thing and wrap app.js using browser router. That means this guy is responsible for all of the routing inside the application. All right, this should not have any errors. You should basically be showing the same thing that I have over here. And now let's open up app.js. Now over here we need to create different routes. So for that we need to import route. Okay, routes. So let me, yeah, route. So routes is inside the React router DOM. Okay, so we'll basically wrap all of these components inside this routes component or routes function or whatever it is inside the routes React router DOM. Okay, so basically we need to wrap all of the components that require us to, that basically requires routing. Then we have to wrap all of them. And the next part is very simple. We need to write route. Okay, and route, this will be a single route. Okay, and we need to pass in element over here. So the element that we need to pass in the home.js. All right, that is how we are supposed to write for the home. Where should we define the path? So we need to write path. Path will be the home page. So this will be the home path. So let me just reload. Yeah, let me just comment all of these guys out. So now I should be able to see this thing. So now if I'm on a different route, I shouldn't see anything. Okay, and now if I'm on the home page, I should be able to see this particular thing. Okay, now I'm also gonna create few other routes just like this one, route. Okay, the element would be all posts. Okay, and the path would be all posts. Okay, so this will be the path. And now if I just go to all posts, yeah, that should be S. So I should be able to see this all posts. All right, now if I go back, I should be able to see the home page. So that is how routing works. So now it is not a good thing to basically ask the user to put in the all post over here and basically move the user to the next page. So for that we will give a button. Of course we have a button on the home page. If you guys remember, I've created one button, all post. All right, so let me go to all post first. Okay, not exactly on the all post. Let me go to home page, and over here we basically need to import, or there are like two options. The very first option would be something like this. We need to import link from import link. Link will act like a href in HTML. So link will be something like that. So we basically, instead of a href, we will basically use link. Okay, and instead of href, we will write to and we'll write all posts. Okay, now we might need to change the styling because it's not no more a button. So now if I click this thing, it's going back to the it's going to the all posts. And let me, yeah, if you guys can see this thing is working fine. All posts, yeah, should also have a button to go back. Anyways, we'll not do that, but you know, this is one way of doing it. Suppose if I particularly want to add a, suppose if I want to basically, you know, show a button over here instead of that, I can do that by, you know, by wrapping this up on a button. But you know, suppose if I want, suppose there is a situation where I want to use an on click method on it, like after doing some calculation, I would basically move the user to the next page. So first things first, we need to change this thing back to a button. Okay, and I'm going to create a function over here which will basically do some calculation, and move to the next page. So I'm going to write set timeout. So after 2 seconds, this will basically run. So for that, the very first thing that I need is the we need to create a variable called navigate. You can name anything that you want. Then you need to write use navigate. So use navigate is the automatically imported from React Router DOM. If you guys can see over here on the line number 2. And then using this use navigate, we'll basically move to the next page. So after waiting for 2 seconds, suppose in this 2 seconds there is some calculation that we are doing, then I need to write navigate. I just need to call the function inside this thing. We need to pass in the, you know, double quotes and write comma and write not the comma, front slash, and write the route that you want to move the user to. And then I'm gonna give this on click button to it, and I'm gonna write do some calculation. So now let's check it out how it works. So 1, 2, there you go. That is how it works. And yeah, that is how it works, and it looks really good. So there are like 2 ways of doing. Let me remove the set timeout and just keep this part only. Now I am on the all post, right? So now your task over here is to get the data from this API which you are seeing. I'm sure that you have already done that. You have already get the data. You will already learn how to get the data in the Pokemon API section. So I really hope that you can do it. Please get the data and map the data on the HTML. So please just go ahead and do that, and we will see how to complete that in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.